We've heard about Doris Day's leading men on the screen and in her life. Doris Day has been married 4 times. All her marriages ended in divorce except for the third, to Marty Melcher. He died in 1968. He was then her producer, but he was her agent in 1954 when she made the movie Young at Heart. I asked Doris about her leading man in that movie, Frank Sinatra.
He's very considerate. Sometimes he's late in the mornings. In fact, very often he's late. That's not too considerate, but he's considerate in other ways. He's very generous man. I think he's terrific.
Did he want your husband off the set?
Well, you know, I heard little bits and pieces about that, but Marty didn't tell me very much about that. See, I didn't know at the time. I didn't know at the time that that was going on. There was, I guess, a little feud. And believe me, David, I knew nothing about it.
What would you do differently with your career, looking back? Would you do anything differently?
I probably wouldn't have gotten married as many times as I did. I don't know if I was looking for my father by getting married so often.
Do you think that's what it was, that you didn't?
Because I lost my father at a very young age, perhaps I missed that in my life. It could be that I wanted to have, you know, a man with me all the time and sort of telling me what to do.
Career-wise, though, you kind of, I mean, Marty filled that bill, really, didn't he? I mean, you put all your trust, and he made all the judgments, decisions, and you went along with it.
Marty became my father.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, how was it at the beginning?
It was good, and Marty adopted my son, and
how did they get along?
Sometimes good, sometimes not so good.
You know, I've had a lot of conversations with him in the last 15 years that I wish I would have been able to have had with him, because he was, he was a really, big factor in my life and my mom's life. And we both really love him. We really do love him still. But he's, some of his actions did cause us a lot of problems.
Did you ever have a feeling, I mean, eventually, of course, when you split, when you wanted to stop the marriage, right? You wanted to separate, you wanted the divorce, but then he came to you. What did he say to you about why you had to keep it together?
Well, for business reasons. That had an awful lot to do with it.
And it was all with your money, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But you didn't keep track of any of that, did you?
No, David.
Did you want to?
I'm just not a businesswoman.
So you placed your trust and...
My father.
And got ripped, right?
I've always been that way with husbands. When
Terry came into you after Marty died, and when Terry came to you and said, everything that you've worked for all your career is gone, and you're in debt besides, what went through your mind?
When Marty passed on, it devastated me. Completely. Cut me in half. When he left, I felt like I was about 10. And I didn't think I would ever feel more than 10 again. It was the most incredible thing.
You grew up.
But I grew up. And I can handle things now myself. I really can. And Terry's been a tremendous help to me.
And he's taken care of you too, though. I mean, has there been a role switch at times?
Yes. Oh, definitely. He does. He looks after me. Yeah, he does.
What are the things that make you cry? What brings you out to the absolute surface and the insides
that make me
come
cry?
out?
People that I love. When I think about them, and I don't get to see them. My mother, my aunts and uncles, my brother, people my family that I've lost, that I adored. My animals, all animals. Animals just do it to me, Dave. They are just pure. They're loving. They're joyful. They appreciate. They're loyal. They're honest. They're just everything that I would hope to be. They have it instinctively. They have all the attributes that I think are the most beautiful. And they have them instinctively. And I think that's why God put them here, for us to emulate them.
Maybe also they represent something that you wish you would find in all people.
In all people? Maybe so. Maybe so. They're helpless too, you know, and look to us to care for them. And I've taken a lot in. They're my responsibilities.
Is there I mean, with all what you said, with all the problems with men in your life, is there a perfect one? I mean, could you define?
I don't know what's in store for me. There might be someone, you know, lurking around the corner. You never know.
Would you get married again?
Well, you know, I said once before that I would never get married again, and I did. And you do some very foolish things. And I did a foolish thing. But I don't know about now. I like being single. And I have a lot of animals, and maybe, you know, a lot of men wouldn't appreciate that. I don't really know what's in store. I'm very positive. And I love life so much, and I love my life, and I'm grateful for what I have, and I have so much.
Would you work again?
Oh, I probably will.
At what? What would you like to do? Movies or
Anything.
television?
I don't know. I might do television, or I might do a movie. Yeah, I'm getting homesick for all those guys. I think we should all be in the same movie together. I was thinking how wonderful it would be if I could make a film here. Wouldn't that be neat to make a picture here, or maybe even do a series or something here?
But you would do a series if it was the right thing?
I might, yeah. I like to work, you know.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed everything.
How would you?
I love the people. I love the crew. I do, everybody. I love the people I work with. And this is giving me an opportunity to say that I miss all of them. And I might add, there are zillions of us around the world that miss you on a screen, Ms. Day.